Hello people, welcome back to Follow That. Hope you are doing well. So, the big day is here. The DLC downloadable content is here. It's not quite GTA 6, but it's pretty good. And I've been playing this for most of today, so I'm just going to show you some of the things that I have learned that I hope will save you some of the time that I've wasted. So you start by going to the casino. Shows you on the map, can't really miss it. And we go down and we have a meeting with M. So we just follow it down and we are away. Here we go, into the club. Now you can hang around and dance, but you just want to get on and go to the island. So let's get to it. They're with me. There we go. So you have some very long cutscenes in this. Now then, visit Warstock, Cash and Carry, because you're going to need a submarine. Now then, to do that, it says you need to be VIP, CEO or MC President. So open up the interaction menu, down to Secure Serve, register as CEO. If you're ready for that, you bought an office, or you might be VIP. But anyway, if you got to this stage of the game, you probably know that stuff. But anyway, let's go and have a look. Now then, travel and transport. This is the big moment, isn't it? How much is it going to cost? And yeah, it is a lot. So that's 2.2 million. You can customize the colour, select a flag, defaults to Scotland, Rockstar. I think they're originally based in Scotland, weren't they? I'm not 100% sure. UK, England. You know what? I'm going UK. Let's do this. There's a bunch of other expensive stuff you can buy. Look at the costs going up on this, and you can come back and do this later. You can always upgrade. So if you're not flushed at the time, you just need the basic stuff. You just want to get on with the mission. This will get you started. But guided missiles, I've been playing with those. They're quite fun. The weapon workshop that you may have already seen for other vehicles in the game. There we go. The moon pool vehicles, the Sparrow and the Kraken. And definitely the Sparrow is quite useful if you've got the money. If not, you can get a heli in other ways. But the basic model will get you started and let you get on with it. Why would you waste money on the colour? I don't know. Anyway, let's do this. Purchase. Pending purchase complete. So we are in business. Request it via the services section of the interaction menu to start the heist. So this is kind of exciting. Here's our guy.
Are transferred, the paperwork is complete, and you are the Capitan now. I am Helmsman Pavel, reporting for duty. Did someone mention sub comes with top-level operative for covert actions?
Yeah,
well, that's me. Come aboard, and I will give you the tour, and we will talk about what Mini Madrazo has in store for us.
Right, let's do this.
This will be fun.
He is a very chatty man, Pavel, and this is one of the weaknesses. Your character doesn't talk at all. But anyway, Pavel makes up for it, so do not worry. So, request the sub. Here we are. It is there, and you can request it from the interaction menu. It'll also give you a dinghy nearby. So, again, from the interaction menu, services. Let's go into it. Services, let's request the dinghy. Request dinghy. There you go, and it pops up straight away nearby.
Welcome to Mac DeMarco's Cosmic Commute.
Yes, nice. Nice bit of radio. Okay, and there we go, there's my dinghy, which is actually really, really handy getting to the subs. You do not want to be spending 15 minutes swimming out to it. So, let's go and let us get aboard. Here it is, and it's an absolute beast. Look at the size of that thing. This is quite impressive. Is that the biggest vehicle you can buy in the game? I believe so. You buy the cargo plane? Probably not much in it between the two of them. Anyway, so you can get in either at the front or the back via this circle. It's kind of obvious. It's the only bits that you can stand on when you get on there. And then we get to meet Pavel and have a very long cutscene, which I have cut right down, because let's get on with this. We want to be playing the game. We want to be getting on with the heist, and obviously it's useful to find out about all the stuff that you can do. Guided missiles, find your submarine, find your heli, do all kinds of stuff on this sub.
I have been expecting you. Come, welcome aboard.
Hello, Pavel.
She is beautiful, yes?
Yes. Right. So, now this is the main thing. To launch the mission, you go the planning screen. It's the equivalent of the computer, really, in the other businesses that you can buy. And then go on, click to begin, get some details on the mission. There it is. The island. Finally, some new territory to explore in GTA. Has it been 7 years? Really been 7 years? I think it might have been. And it's, so far, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm quite impressed. Quite impressed so far. Now then, so, this gives you a little bit more detail about the mission. But to be honest, when you get there, it gets explained to you. So, have a little read if you want to. Heist Impact. So we're going there to get some intel. So we're going undercover. And it's a heavily guarded island. I think it was off the coast of Colombia. And unfortunately it's not on the normal map. So you do need to trigger the heist to get this. You can't yet get there in free mode, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, this is the first part, and this is the bit that I'm going to concentrate on. The heist intel. Okay. Now, it's worth just having a quick little look at some of the things that you can get on this subs. It's pretty impressive. So you launch the heist, got guided missiles, got the heli, got the periscope to look around, the scuba gear, and, well, destination, we'll get to that. That's the next stage of the mission. So there's an awful lot of stuff in here, and it's going to be a lot of fun playing around with it. And I haven't done it for this video, but when I was originally doing the live stream for this earlier this morning, when the update came through, I had some fun firing missiles at other people in the game. Obviously, it's the kind of thing that you want to do. And just to show, I'll just do one. Can we just do one little harmless missile just to show you it in action? So here we are. Let us sit down. Okay. Press A to launch a guided missile. Okay, and here we are. And there are different ways to target it. You can control it while you've actually launched it to get the direction perfect. And unfortunately, you can't see the aftermarket. It's a bit like the drone. A little bit disappointed, but hey, it's no big deal. Right. That was a brief distraction, and you can fire off one a minute. So it's just like the drone. So, except you can buy the heli to go with this, and it's very useful. Certainly for this part of the mission, and I'm sure it's going to come in useful later. You get a nice little heli launching. It even has its own music. That's not the radio. Own launch music. There we go. So now we can go off and do the next part of it. Meet Dave and Kaina music at the LCIA private terminal at the Los Santos. It's based on Los Angeles. Los Santos International Airport. Another very long cutscene, and with one remarkable fact.
Hey, is this the right
now,
place for the party? I can't believe
there we
they're
go. Chat.
phone.
Look at that! Dr. Dre!
Somebody's slipping.
It's him, and it is him. It's even got his voice. Not only his character, but it's his voice. So it's worth going back and having a little play with that. But no, let's get moving. We are on the island. Cue cutscene. We are in this. We're finally here. After all these years of waiting for something. Oh my god. Here we are. We get to meet the character, the German drug dealer.
Come on, get on with it. Oh,
There we go. Okay.
a word in your shell like.
Now then.
Now you're really going to
So for the first part of this, it's very much
Let's hope he's got
as
enough
usual
up his-
setup. We're going to drive them in that Jeep to the next point for the actual party. Now, it's really tempting, if you've been playing a lot of GTA, is to start messing around with it.
Okay, this way.
And obviously,
Straight up. Ahead.
that's what I've been
Go.
doing. So I thought, well, what happens if you run over one of the guys? What's this?
Same setup
Donk.
as her?
So
Yeah,
it's
you've done a
like-
few of these shindigs
It's like
before.
hitting a solid
No need
object.
to tamper with the
Very,
winning
very
formula.
bizarre.
I was
For,
hoping for
there are a
some
few
special
random
guest, but they
pedestrians
had to
around
pull out.
here. Look at that. How bizarre. There are a few random pedestrians around here.
Yeah, that is wisdom, brother.
But,
Living
and you
in
could
the
knock them
now
over,
and the
but
here
for the guards,
is what
you
my
can't do
shaman
anything to
tells
them
me
in
when
this
I'm feeling
stage.
too skimmed for
Which
a
made me
session.
wonder,
Do you use that
what
guy
would
from
happen,
Cologne?
actually? Look,
Which
there
one?
you go,
Can't
bang.
throw a bloody espadrille
Doesn't even
about it,
move or
shaman
react.
down there. Here,
Made
hold
me
on.
wonder, well, if I can't interact with that and it's limited,
This
what
motor
would
got somewhere I
happen
can stick in
if
USB?
I drove the
I'll
Jeep
put a
into the
little mix
sea?
together.
What
Get
would
us
they
in the
say
mood.
to that? So I thought, yeah, let's do that. There they go, and that was a really, really bad idea. Look, it took me back to there. Heist intel failed. So I had to go back all the way, call the sub, go back to the sub, here we are, relaunch the mission, and thankfully that wasn't it. I hadn't completely failed, you could start it again, which really worried me for a very brief moment. I completely messed it up. So, we are back with the Jeep, and you can actually explore the island, or the bits that you can drive
Do you
through
use that guy from Cologne?
while you are
Which one?
in this Jeep, so
Can't
you
throw a
don't
bloody
have to
espadrille
follow
about it, shaman down
that
there.
yellow line.
Here,
So it's not
hold on.
quite, it's not as bad as the prologue, that first mission,
This motor got somewhere I
where
can stick a USB.
essentially if you go off
I'll put a
track,
little
you
mix
fail the
together.
mission. This
Get us in
one,
the mood.
don't fail the mission,
Yeah, man, should I
but
get some, please?
it's quite limited
Sweet.
in terms of what you can do. So you can use it as a chance to
know
explore
you
the
wanna play
island a
DJ
little
Davey.
bit before
I would've
the
called a different
guards
book.
actually get triggered. So
Righto.
this guy doesn't
Duly
react
noted.
to you. Here, you can't get in the Jeeps, though you will be able to get in the Jeeps later. Look, so I'm jump on top of it, but I can't actually get in it. And you'll get that little icon there, the Winky.
Yes,
The Winky
mate,
is
yeah,
waiting
of
for
course. We're here to make
And
sure this party
off
goes
we
off
go.
without a hitch of road.
So we've got to take him down to the meeting
I'll have
point
an eye on
to
you.
kick off the next stage, which is the party that you've got to escape from. And this time, learn my lesson. I'm not, like I say, so here, just going off-road a little bit to explore. And this, I definitely recommend doing this because it just saves you a lot of time later when you want to explore the island, but you've got to dodge your way around guards who are particularly sensitive to cars being driven. So it's worth doing. And there we go, and have another little explore. And it's quite nice with this mission that a key part of this intel mission is actually to get you to explore the island, because, yeah, obviously it's taken them a long time to get some new territory in there, but we do have it in the game, so it's well worth exploring. Here we go, there's a couple of dark areas, random people, a bunch of stuff which won't become active yet. Excuse me. Yeah, there's literally no way through because we've got that guard in the way who is the solid object. It's very random. But, look at that! I think I just triggered a glitch. Is that the first glitch in the island? It was, I believe. Okay, and here is the compound, which if you try and drive into it, takes you right back. So unfortunately, you can't do that. So I tried quite a few variants just to explore. Obviously, a little bit worried about getting chucked out back to LSIA, but this one, yeah, if you do that and get out, just get in the Winky, you're like, where have they gone? Well, don't worry, you see that blue icon on the map, they're just exactly where you left them, which is a bit random. And now you can actually drive one of these other vehicles. You can actually get in them, so you don't have to do the massive long walk. And there you go, there's the icon. There's the Winky where you left it. So it's got some weirdness. Okay, so we better get on with it and actually just get onto it. Cue another long cutscene with all the DJs. Some very, I would say passive aggressive, but I would more go for aggressive behaviour from the German dealer who owns the island. Right, now this is the first little bit of stealth. You've got to get your way past the guards and out the door, out past the gate, whilst the party is going on. And when you're inside here, bizarrely, yeah, can't really interact with them. There we go, we've got that lady on there. And if you try and go out by the shore, you see you've got these little boys out there in this little bay. And I'll show you what happens if you try and swim through them. So it wants you to go the other way. And as usual, Rockstar introduced some kind of weird boundaries. So, bang, there you go. So that is a solid wall. Can't go under it. Can't swim through it. Can't go over it. Okay, so what you have to do is sneak round. So you keep an eye. It's just like with the cops. You look for their view area, and you can climb round until you reach the exit, that yellow marker. It's very easy to do, really. It's more getting distracted trying to explore different ways, but just follow the way that it wants you to go. There you go. Your weapons are stashed on the plane, so if you try and launch the weapon, one doesn't work. You can't attack anyone. It's a bit annoying. It'd be good to take out those guards by stealth, take their weapons, and then have a bit of a gunfight, but you can't do it. So, you reach that gate, get onto the cutscene, and then you're away. On to the next bit. Gather some intel. Now then, again here, so the jeeps are drivable, and there's usually one up there on the right, just about here. This time there's not yet. There we go. So if you come into the guards' area of visibility, like the cops, even into the area of visibility, that will just trigger a cutscene and you'll get dumped back where you were. So you can't get killed, thankfully, but you do get dumped back there, and it is a long way around this island. It can take a huge amount of time, so it's worth being quite careful to avoid those guards and keep a really close eye on the map. So, let's go! Okay, thankfully you've got Pavel on your side, who is there to help you with where to go. So you can jump in these vehicles. Only problem is, you always have guards on the road. So, similar to what I just did, the key is going off-road. If you just drive down the road, you get recognised straight away and it triggers the cutscene. Now then, don't do what I did. I thought, well, maybe I'll go round the side, round the coast. So, I tried to go around here and discovered that all of this area of the island, see the height of those rocks, you cannot get up. And I kept going and going and going for a good 15 minutes, and there was no way through. That is a really bad idea. So what you need to be doing is going to the port area where you can bag one of these. The port is that island just to the top right. So on the easterly side of the island, you can see that inlet, and there are some boats in there that you can get. Okay, but for me, the boat was by far and away the best way of getting to the next point for the intel. Okay, so now we've got through, we're on to next week. Sneak to the entrance of El Rubio's compound, and then we'll trigger the next phase of the mission. Now, that would be my one big tip: is head to that bay on the eastern side of the island. You'll see that inlet on the map. Get yourself a boat, and that'll save so much time. Go back round to the western side of the island where there's an inlet, and then you will save huge amounts of time. There's plenty of time to explore the island if you want to. So, like I say here, we're going to the eastern side of the island. In front of me is some bizarrely very strong trees. In front of me is this inlet. So, let's have a go. So on the next bit, we've got to find the communications tower for the signal box, and that's basically the highest point on the island. There's a big tower, and it shows you on the map, so you can't really miss it. But it's worth, the first time that you do it, worth noting where it was, because it doesn't show up the second time. Okay, so here we go. So that circle, if you look bottom left, so that's good. But like I say, it shows you on the map. But here, I'm coming to it the second time. That yellow marker disappeared. Okay, now you've got to keep a close eye on the two guards around you. Go to the top of the tower, and that's where we'll unlock the next phase. Thankfully, the guards can't see you when you're up here, so you haven't got all the effort of getting around the island up onto this high point, and only to get seen by the guards. So here we go. So it's this box here, into the signal box, and then there's this bizarre Vault Lab hacking thing. You have to match up the numbers. So join the numbers on the left to the symbols on the right, and you have to get it in the right order. And you see 59 at the top needs to match with 59 at the bottom. So here I'm joining them up. See the numbers go up. So that's 5, and that's 10. It's 5, so I'll move down to this one. We go joining those up. I'm on 55, and then go. I'm trying to get to 59, so let's just hook that one up at the top. Hook that one up. That 2. There we go, and they match up. So I kind of almost did that by accident. I'm 100% sure what I was doing with that one. But anyway, it was easy enough. I did it first try somehow. Or once I'd got used to the controls. Anyway. So now we've hacked into the system. This is your chance to have a look around the CCTV footage, which will show you all the things that you need to find that are going to be required for the next part. So first up is, first cam will show our German dealer feeding this guy to the hungry panther. Poor man. And I'll just skip through. It's quite a long cutscene, so enjoy it yourself when you do it. And then we get into this. So here we just scroll. You can zoom in, zoom out, scroll left and right in each of the places, and then it will highlight the areas that you need to have found. And Pavel will start talking to you. So here we go. First one. Get that little down arrow. There we go.
We will need the security code. You cannot rely on finding it open like this.
Lovely. Thank you, Pavel. So helpful. So helpful. So now we just scroll through each of the cameras, security cameras, finding all the stuff that we need to find. So, like I say, in this one there's gold in there, so there's the safe, there's some valuable paintings, there's money. So just got to go through the 10 or so cameras. Some of them have stuff in, some of them don't. But anyway, it all lines it up, and that will set up a series of icons for you when you come back for the next phase of this heist. I mean, it's got quite a bit of depth, to be fair. It's been quite a long time exploring all this stuff already. It's a good couple of hours on a lot of trial and error on a live stream, so fair play to Rockstar for producing something with some good depth. There we go. Some money on that one. So just scroll through them all, finding all the stuff that you need. Okay, now this is the intel mission, so understandably you need to find all of the stuff that's going to help you on the island, and your dear friend Pavel is there to help you. So the way that you find stuff is you have to just explore everywhere as best that you can, take photos of it, and then Pavel will tell you whether that is a useful spot or not. And for the first one, you get a yellow marker to help you, and this is down by that ever useful docks where we pick up the boat. The docks on the east side of the island. There we go. See that little inlet in the map. And with this one, gives you an indicator to show you, get you used to the mechanic of take a picture, click, 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 send it to Pavel. There we go, and you'll see you get that little blue X sent to Pavel. And if you haven't got something of interest, you don't get that send to Pavel icon coming up, which is the key. Thank you, Pavel. Thank you. Now, so this launches into a whole exploration of the island. So with this one, it's helpful that you get some little yellow question marks to show you where to go. But after this scene, you're kind of on your own a little bit. You just have to keep exploring and pointing your camera at stuff and hoping that Pavel will be interested in it. So here we go again. So here, this is pretty much the guided stuff. Pavel is taking us to that yellow question mark. There's some stuff in there to come back for, And then once you find things across the map, and it's a great way to get to explore the map, you then have an icon there, which obviously you will use when you come back later, either by yourself, because you can play this heist as a solo, once, unlike the other GTA Online heists, or you can do it with the rest of your team. There we go, wire cutters. So there's a bunch of stuff and locations across the map, and I'm not going to show you all of them, but the one thing I would say is look on the map, look where guards are close, they're generally close to areas of interest. Look where there are little groups of buildings, you'll find things. So I'll just show a few of these venues and locations. So we have a look. There we go. So, now if you follow the guide within the game, you get this message saying you've reached the minimum number, but there's quite a few more things to find. So if you just keep exploring and looking and taking photos of stuff, then you will find out all the things you need to know. So the minimum's enough, but there's some other stuff to find, and some nice little Rockstar nonsense. So I'll just show you a couple of the examples, because already this is a long video, but there's so much stuff to find. Okay, now then, so once you've got the minimum, you get that icon where you can go back and move on to the next phase of the mission, go back to Los Santos. But if we keep exploring here, so here it's building, take a photo, look inside, and we'll just show you the two different states that we get. So in here, is there something in there? Looks like there might be, but you notice there it's just delete and save to gallery. You don't get the send to Pavel icon. And basically what you're looking to do is to go around taking photo of stuff, and when you see that send to Pavel icon, you know you found something useful for the game. So you just got to keep exploring the buildings, going around, and there's the one exception is when you go back to the airport, it will tell you to take a photo of this control tower here, which is kind of the last thing that you need. So there, taking a photo of it, and I got the send to Pavel icon. Here we go. Okay, so let's just show that. Take a photo of the control tower. I think I took a duff photo the first time, which is why I've got to do it again.
Yes. This tower provides main
there we go, lovely. So we'll get a series of answers from Pavel as you find useful stuff that he likes. Like I said, just look for that blue icon when you found something useful. So here, there's a big island offshore, and there's some weird stuff on here. So I thought, well, let's just take a photo of that. It's sort of a graveyard with some skulls, bit of voodoo connotations going on. So here I thought, I'll just take a picture, see, and boom. So even when... That is incredibly creepy. Lovely. A bit of Borat going on with him, I think. And even though the odd thing he will respond to, like the lighthouse he'll respond to, but it's not actually useful to you in the game. So you get a few little Easter eggs like this thrown in, as ever. Rockstar love to mess with us. So I think the other key ones worth doing is going to the docks on the west of the island. You'll see that inlet. Go in there, take a picture of that, and that'll unlock another useful bit.
With the right vessel, we could use this dock as infiltration point.
There we go. You can use that as infiltration point. So that's most of the key ones shown on here. There are a few other places you can find. So in the interest of keeping this to around half an hour, I'll keep it there. There you go. That's that inlet there. So if you saw that on the map, so just go back and pause that if you're not sure where that is. It's on the western side of the map. And again, this is where I went in to go take a photo of here. Some more stuff on the docks. This is where I went in to get to that vantage point. It's kind of going round the back of the map to get in. Okay, so we've got that one. We've got enough now. I probably didn't find everything. I'm sure there will be many videos over the course of the next few months unlocking all of those vantage points. But I kind of found, I think almost everything, and it was a really good way just explore the island. Like I say, here you've just got a little random group of buildings. It's worth just taking pictures of anything that looked vaguely interesting. Boom, picture. Sure, there was nothing there, but yeah, there we go. Sent to Pavel. And it had grappling equipment for getting over a wall when we come back in the mission. So it's worth just having a really good explore and seeing how we go. And you can come back before you actually start the main mission. So there is time. Here we go. And then when we're finished, go back to the airport and land the car on the pilot. I think his head is sort of embedded in it. And then cue the little icon, get onto a cutscene, and then we're back and we've done this phase of the mission. There we go, intel phase is done. So I hope that's just a useful, quick intro. Obviously there's a lot more depth to be discovered, to be explored, but today's the day it came out and I just wanted to help out a little bit and just hopefully save you a bit of time, particularly on not trying to go round the island if you're not in a boat. Anyway, take care people, there we go, we're ready to go, on to the next one, and thank you so much Rockstar for the update. Take care, speak to you soon.